The Third Day is a show that aired on HBO, and it's about Jude Law going a little cuckoo-cuckoo, if you know what I mean. The show only has one season, but divided into a few separate parts. 3 episodes for summer and 3 episodes for winter. And in between those two was a special event for autumn that was meant to take place over an entire day in the fictional town of OC. And it was streamed live for 12 straight hours. And you know what? I watched the whole thing, because why not? And here's how it went. That's right, I decided to put aside a whole day to watching the full 12-hour broadcast in one sitting. And in hindsight, that was a beautiful decision, because little did I know that what I was about to watch would soon become one of the most viscerally insane viewing experiences that I've ever had in my entire life. Okay, just for like the tiniest bit of context, all you really need to know is that our sweet baby boy Jude Law here is going on the path of Isis, which is a test of trials to determine if he is the new destined father to guide the people of OC, as so many townsfolk think he is. So today I'm going to try and unpack for you what that was like, and take you on an abbreviated journey of what that 12-hour broadcast had in store. Oh yeah, and also if you need any more of a tease of how this went, these are the notes that I took within the first hour alone. And here's the notes that I took within the last few hours of the broadcast. So it's safe to say that it kind of drove me a little bit crazy. So without further ado, let's get into the emotionally gripping and mentally tense journey that was the 12-hour live TV event. The first hour is just driving. Don't leave, don't click off, don't click off! Okay, in the second hour, things actually start to ramp up a little bit, as we get to see the townsfolk of OC in action getting ready for tonight's festival, as well as initiating the beginning of the trials for Johnny. And what could be so interesting about a whole hour of people just walking around doing mundane jobs? It's part of the wonder of theater. This special is essentially a 12-hour play, and everybody who performs has their own role within it. So it livens up the environment, having everyone participate in some way, slowly establishing the world you're about to spend another 10 hours living in. And it works pretty well, you know, if it weren't for those meddling audio glitches and visual distortions.
Basically space aliens.
Okay, now we're getting things started. You know why? Because, hey Jude. Oh wait, no, I was a bit early. That was my bad. But this is actually where the first payoff to the sluggish experience you've had so far kind of comes into play. For the first 2 hours, an eerie low drone has been constantly present as you've taken this slow journey through the heart of OC. Watching the townsfolk taking in the landscape, all with the haunting accompaniment of this soundtrack to something sinister. And here we finally get a break from that off-putting monotony with what I actually think is a pretty awesome moment. I think it's pretty cool. Also, hey Jude. I'm just gonna call him. His character's name is Sam. I'm just gonna call him Jude because it's just like it's just Jude Law at this point. We also get to see one of an already growing supply of gorgeous set designs, with this elongated dinner table just barely surfacing above the ocean waves. You know, where it's nummy nummy din din time. Also, keep an eye out for more of these beautiful shots. This special is just absolutely riddled with them. It's a gorgeous production. And if I wasn't stupid, I'd say there's some serious Jesus imagery going on here, but hey, I'm stupid. Hour 4 started with Jude and I getting a little private time away from all the hustle and bustle of these relentless trials. But not for long, as our boy here has to go do some grave digging. For 50 minutes. That's right, 50 minutes of this 12-hour broadcast is spent watching Jude Law dig what will eventually become his own grave. Well, at least it's not raining. Oh, but actually it is! And that means the dirt has now turned to mud, which means he has to struggle that much more. Oh, you want to talk excruciating detail? We see him slowly digging, scraping the muck off of his shovel with his shoe, then switching to his hands, which I guess wasn't the smartest decision, getting muddier by the minute, as across from him, Johnny from earlier is also completing this part of his trial. And you know what? It's just a really uplifting bit of telly is all I have to say. And to make up for it, we also get a good amount of hefty grunting. Now, through all of this, you may be asking, how does something like this last for 12 hours? How do they fill that time? And that's because I wrote it into the script, so I shall answer that for you now. The plot of the entire special isn't particularly dense enough to warrant its ostentatious runtime, so you'll get a lot of static shots that linger on a character or an attractive set piece for about 10 to 20 minutes at a time. Now, this can be equal parts warranted and, as we'll soon see, frustratingly dull. Because the whole special is trying to lock you into this emotional journey Jude Law is experiencing in real time, holding on his facial expressions or on a beautiful piece of cinematography can really help immerse you in the stakes of the story. But other times, it can be not so much that. Case in point, we get a lot of this. In this installment, Jude Law hauls a boat around. Look, I can be as funny and brief as I need to be about this kind of thing, but you don't understand how long I was watching Jude Law pull a boat. I said 50 minutes for the grave digging, but there's no way to convey to you how it truly felt watching him for 50 minutes. Seriously, close your eyes right now. This is an exercise, all right? All right, you got them closed? Now count to 3,000, because that's how long I was watching Jude Law dig his own grave. Not to forget all of the side content that was going on while this was happening. Yeah, we take a breather from the grave digging 50 minutes in to watch a secondary character from the show walk around, and I mean walk around, burn a religious image, and then cry by the shore side. And then walk back. And I mean walk back! It was also at this point in the viewing that I was starting to get a headache and took an ibuprofen to quell this intense throbbing within my skull. So add that to the brutally dragging minute after minute after minute of walking. This is a 12-hour long event, and it feels like a 12-hour long event. So when I say that Jude Law hauls a boat around, know that I mean Jude Law hauls a boat around. Also, Florence and the Machine is here. OMG, I am such a big fan. I would listen to you all the time as I was mourning my dead son. And also, a shout out to this guy who was helping my boy pull the boat. Look, he didn't have to do that, but it was an act of kindness, and you know what? We shout that out on this channel. So shout out to this guy.
And so as to prolong his agony, this man helped him, so the pain could last.
Oh yeah, okay. Ugh. Awkward. My man's challenged me to a standing competition, and I am of course not one to back down, so I placated the old fella. Lucky for me though, I wasn't actually out there standing in the freezing cold, because if I was... Whoa! Yep, after continuing to use a boat wrong, we meet back up with Johnny, who joins in some sort of standing contest. Seriously, what was the trial here? Not falling? Because they both frickin' sucked at that. Ah, well, better luck next time, sport. Let's see what the next trial has in store. Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. No, yeah, no, sick, sweet, yeah, totally, cool. What do we get instead? Okay, a lady picking up some trash. And then more walking. Oh my god, seriously, I was not joking. You see, this was meant to all look like one continuous take, you know, a real Birdman scenario, but for 12 hours. So the camera can't just magically cut to a new location like in every other pre-produced show in existence. Instead, you have to watch the camera very slowly move from one location to another, and you feel it, especially if you just took an ibuprofen and are starting to get more invested with the insides of your eyelids rather than the screen. At this point, the fatigue of watching this special was really starting to take its toll on me, as darkness had already consumed the sky whole. I was starting to feel pretty tired as I missed my 3:30 p.m. warm milk and nap time, and so minutes started to feel much longer. each hour became more of an arduous trial to surpass. Time was completely distorted. But anyway, so the 7th hour was more of a transitional period. What perchance might it be transitioning us to? I guess that water fatality was game over for the people of OC, as they seemed to give up with that show and went straight to dinner. Look at them all. They're all just sitting there eating dinner. You got this guy, and you got that guy too, and you got some women just to keep you guessing. And then there's this guy, and then there's that. Wait a minute. Wait, I just saw you. Wait, and you. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, no, that's right. Sorry, the camera is looping around the table a second time. I get it. Okay, my bad. They must just be, setting up for the next chapter, and they're just stalling for a bit. I get it. My bad. Hey, while we're at it, how about a third time around? wait, no, don't act. I was joking. Okay, I guess we'll have to endure this a fourth time. No, third. I'm in third. Come on. Oh, make it stop. Oh, God. Okay. So we just spent 35 minutes watching the same people eat dinner 4 times. It's okay. It's a bit early for dinner myself, so as this is kind of a bit of torture, but we still have 4 hours left of this thing. How about a 5th go around? Oh, you cheeky bastard, you cheeky! Oh my God, it's like Uzumaki, the spiral. It's just indefinitely winding itself forever into oblivion. Is there anything beyond dinner? How can breakfast happen if dinner never stops? What about dessert? What about night? At this point, the sun had already long since set for me. Who knows what it looked like, as the town of OC looked as bright as ever. Does night exist in this realm? Or am I witnessing a true god in action, rendering a permanent pause on their domain? Stuck in a feedback loop of sloppy seconds and thirds and fourths and oh, you stop it, you, I don't like that. You stop showing me that little blue Sandman thing, and that's gonna break up the monotony of what this is. You know what you've done. You can't try and make it better now. Well, yeah, by the way, this started happening like an hour and a half ago, where at random intervals, you'll just see a split second of Jude Law covered in sand and blue light, and just like looking all mopey. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. At first, I thought it was just a glitch with the live stream, like they're showing something that's meant to be seen later, too early. But no, it's intentional, and it's consistent. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Oh, you're calling my bluff? Sure. Why not? How about a 6th go around? Oh, of course you would. What else is there to do? A 7th? Oh, I'm gonna gut you. Wait, what's happening? What are they all looking? Could it be the true one to break the monotony of the dinner? Oh my God, it is! It's... Hey Jude. Oh God, he's dead? Oh. Okay. That's a bit of a buzzkill. Yeah, he's dead. Both him and Johnny. Which kinda sucks, considering I was waiting at that dinner table for what felt like hours, just hoping they would come back and the show could get moving along, but nope, dead. Instead, we see a man challenging me to pray, and I am of course not one to back down, so I had to join in. The people of OC have quickly mourned their potential leader's passing, as well as the other kid, I don't know, and now have to reclaim their civilization by themselves, which in return means celebratory mud baptisms, like it's a typical Tuesday. That's right, their worries are off duty for the rest of the day, and now comes time for fun and play. And this is officially where it begins. So, for context, I've just watched effectively 10 hours of driving and walking and digging and suffering and walking and eating and standing and walking and suffering and eating and praying. And we've only got 2 hours left to tie up all the loose ends and bring us a hopefully satisfying finale to this massively drawn out story. And they, well, first they dance, and it was kind of a banger, not gonna lie to you. I was bobbing and tapping along. Eventually, everyone embraces the mud, and one guy even dive bombs in it, which completely covers the camera with mud. And if your immersion hasn't already been broken today by the sudden camera swivels, or jarring transitions, or the sleeves of production members every so often interrupting the shot, then what certainly will is the camera guy wiping it off with his sleeve, and then someone else coming in to pour water onto the lens to clear it up. I love this so much, even more so knowing that totally would have been me. Oh wow, everyone's getting all fun in the mud. Here comes Jackson! Oh shoot! Oh, ooh. Oh, my bad. Oh, is it good? We got this? Okay, feed's all good, we're all still running? Oh, jeez. Man, I really Jacksoned this one up. But then, after nearly an hour of tap dancing and folk music and people just getting all muddy together and just squishing and getting all diseased and stuff in the mud, a Peugeot 306 GTI 6 Silver with a boombox and strobe lights in the back just comes barreling down the field, parks next to the stage, and with the warning on screen that the following may contain strobing and flashing images, the whole show just turns into a fucking rave! And it continues to be a rave for another 50 minutes! Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not made it clear to you how time works in this realm? 50 minutes! And you know what? That honestly isn't the part you should be thinking about right now, as the only thing that I could come up with in my notes was, what the fuck is going on? Because what the fuck was going on? Oh, I'm sorry again. Let me explain. The last 10 hours have been about a brutal trial of strength and endurance layered in slow tracking shots and a low droning soundtrack and folk horror ambiance and macabre theming. And now it's just a fucking rave. Oh my god, nothing can describe how loopy and out of my mind I was at this point. And so the tonal whiplash alone just freaking ascended me. That's just what it was. I was delirious from the tonal whiplash, and to the soundtrack of some crew member's Spotify playlist, I was just helplessly sitting there, waiting for something to happen, and slowly coming to the realization that this was potentially all that the rest of the show was going to be. And that was just so fucking crazy. This was the greatest left turn that this 12-hour production could have possibly made. And I love it. Don't get me wrong, I also hate it, but I mean, you also can't deny that it's kind of secretly genius as well, maybe even unbeknownst to the writers and directors themselves. I was expecting the big title and thumbnail of this video to be predominantly about the concept of a 12-hour live TV event. The show does the thing I said, lures you in with hours of slow driving and moving and lets you sink into the dramatic world of OC and watching as Jude Law pulls himself through these tumultuous circumstances, testing the very will of his being. But rather than sticking with that to a larger, more in-tune climax, they instead take all of that build-up and suspense and nerve and spastic energy and pays it off with a rave. Something that is so thematically and energetically opposite to everything you've just spent 10 hours creating a home for in your brain. It was just about the most insane cinematic prank that I had ever witnessed. And we're not even done the frickin' show yet! Oh, come on. How? How could you possibly top what just happened? But the show keeps on getting better. Do you want to know how? Hey, Jude. Oh my god, we did it! Oh, the bastards actually did it! They brought Jude Law back from the motherfucking dead, man! Like Jesus himself. In case you didn't notice all of the religious imagery, it's actually pretty subtle. I don't know if you noticed any of it. Wait, no, you're not gonna want to put those on. You're gonna dirty up your old drip. Oh, I'm so fucking loopy now. That's right, he came back from the dead, and everyone seems right and ready to accept him as their new father. He dons his ivory coat, wailing like a sick seal into the remnants of the rave, and is guided off by the town to bless their wishes and celebrate his victorious return. And also Johnny made it. Hey, that's pretty cool. Hey, everyone's a winner in the end. We watch them walk off into the night, and Sam reuniting with his boy. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, he's not actually dead. He's actually the opposite of dead, doing pretty well actually. Whilst the black monolithic towers at the entrance burn down in extravagant flames, and we watch them burn brighter and brighter, the anthemic drum beats fading out, and we've reached the end of our journey. What did I just watch? Whew, okay. Wow, so, when I said I went insane watching this, it was not that of a deranged lunatic, but instead of a drug-fueled loopy state of delirium. Never in a million years could I have predicted how this event would unfold, and I am so glad that I eventually took the time to watch this behemoth, not only to experience the wonders it held, but also to maintain my mediocre, pretentious street cred. Look, yeah, I'm doing alright. As much as I've goofed on it, there's a real respect that I have for this production, because I can only imagine how much work and effort it must have taken to make this show. There are dozens upon dozens of extras that are all playing pretend for a full 12 hours, none of them breaking character, and all of them enriching the illusion of this fictional reality. I honestly forgot that this was about the character Sam from the show, because it became an all-new sensation to watch the actor Jude Law pull through these trials in real time. There isn't anything really fake going on. Jude Law really had to pull that boat, which was an actual wooden boat. It wasn't made of cardboard or styrofoam. And he had to bear the freezing temperatures as he did this, all the while being humiliated and shamed and forced to withstand all of this in character. There were even parts of the trials that were being kept secret from Jude, that way his reactions during the live stream would be more genuine. I felt that the least I could do was to watch the whole 12-hour broadcast, because this show was effectively the lives of the actors within it for an entire day, and there's a good chance not a whole lot of viewers chose to stick with it from start to finish. It's a massive piece of immersive theater, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for that. It doesn't mean that I excuse a lot of the boring stuff, though. You know, that won't stand, but but I do understand that you have to fill that time somehow, so I guess I'll let it slide. I won't lie to you, within the first few hours of this, I was really worried that this wasn't gonna be a video, that it was just gonna be too dull or boring or insignificant, and I was just gonna have to write it off. But I am so euphoric to be wrong in this circumstance, and getting to share it with you just kind of completes this batshit insane experience that I went through. Now, should I recommend you to watch the entire special for yourself? No! What? No, what? But there is an hour and 45-minute version that's up on YouTube that you can just kind of watch. Well, as for me, I have to go back to my big pink bubblegum cotton candy palace in the sky. Wow, I was seriously delirious when I was writing this. And thoroughly contemplate my life decisions when I make YouTube videos. I really have to pee, so thank you. Good night. Oh, yeah, that's better. Hey, if you liked this video, consider subscribing or liking or even commenting. It really helps me out to know if you liked it, if you liked what you watched. You know I gotta do it. You know I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta thank my patrons. We got Alex. We got Dean. We got Luke. We got Carlos. We got Grips. We got Valera. We got Levi. We got George of the Jungle. And we got my own mum, God bless her. Seriously though, thank you so much for watching. Take care of your loved ones, and love yourselves most importantly. That's the video.